So I'm back here to talk again about American domestic politics. That's what I do. I never fall short of sharing opinions, and I don't apologize for them. Unapologetic progressive here. I'm just going to say it out loud. Now, I identify as a progressive, but I also don't get involved as much in the political civil wars because I'm not interested. I'm not interested in tearing down the wings of the left, whether we should be for diversity versus class reduction politics. I think we can be for both. And that's why I'm not partaking in the political division in the Senate race in Texas. I'm not doing it. I'm not taking sides. And the only reason why I'm not taking sides is because I don't have a dog in this fight. And honest to God, you guys have a once in a lifetime chance to win a Senate seat in Texas. Don't mess it up. That's my advice to all wings of the left. Don't mess it up. White progressives, don't sabotage the only black woman in the race. Don't do it. Okay? Same thing with the other wings of the Democratic Party. Don't sabotage Tallarico too much either, because he may very well be the nominee. And all that's going to be used against him. So every attack that you guys throw at each candidate will be used against them in the general election. I get it. A lot of people want certain candidates to win. And like I said, the calculation, though, behind Tallarico's campaign was more calculated. It just was, because he got in the race early. He's been running for almost a year. Crockett just decided to run when her congressional seat was technically redistricted. Let's just be honest. I'm not saying that she shouldn't run. I think she has every right to run. If we still have a democracy, God forbid, with this crazy Donald Trump in office. But, I'm not undermining her either. I mean, I think she should have got in the race earlier there, I'll be honest. I think she should have started this race a lot earlier. I think she shouldn't have waited the last minute to get in. That's just my take on it. But I also understand the calculation a little bit because Colin Allred was still in the race. And they didn't want to split the vote between the two. So I kind of get what they were getting at. But here's the thing. I'm not partaking in the Civil War here. I'm just not doing it. Because I think either candidate could win. So I'm not going to sit here and say that Jasmine Crockett can't win because she's the polarizing black woman. I'm not here for it. I'm not saying it. I'm not claiming it. I'm not putting my stake in that. I'm not weighing on the side of Tallarico. I'm not necessarily weighing on the side of Crockett because I think they're both very good candidates for Texas. Because the reason why I'm not weighing in the fight, their politics are technically the same. I know a lot of people are going to get mad when I say this because certain ones are just trench fans of each candidate. Their politics are the same. They're the same. They are basically middle of the road to moderate leftist Democrat. They have both taken corporate money, so let's not act like one's more progressive than the other. It's just their messaging's different. Obviously, what they represent is different, But let's not fool ourselves in this moderate versus progressive fight because it's not real. Neither one are actually progressive if you look at their records. Okay. And don't even get me started on the Israel background with their view on Israel. They both are pro-Israel. So I just want to FYI everybody on that one. Okay. They have taken corporate cash from defense contractors. One, Tallarico's taken money from Marianne Adelson. And he's made it clear he's going to stand with Israel and support weapons for them. So, again, there is no progressive versus moderate here. I know a lot of people are going to say that Crockett's an establishment plant. It's not true. Because here's the thing. The establishment's trying to prop up Tallarico because they think he can win. They don't think Crockett can win. And this is what I'm talking about. They're undermining the black women in their own party, and they did this crap to Kamala Harris. And we have to acknowledge that reality. Institutional racism exists in our own party as Democrats. We sabotage ourselves. Okay? This is why I'm not picking a dog in this fight, because I'm not feeding this energy. Because I'm going to tell you why I'm not feeding this energy. Because we have to acknowledge, if we want a thriving Democratic Party, we cannot undermine the base of our own party. Majority of the base of the Democratic Party is black voters, and we have to accept that reality. Okay? And we cannot, and the only reason why I'm not fighting on this behalf of either one is because they're both not that different in their politics. They just represent different faces. You know what I mean? So I'm just being honest here. It's just, they both would be decent candidates for Texas, though. And I'm saying that right loud. I know people are going to disagree with me, but I don't want to feed the division of the party at all, because I'm not picking sides, because, again, their politics are essentially the same. It's just they're running different campaign strategies. All right. But when it comes to a vote in the Senate, their votes will be almost identical. I'm just telling you right now. All right. But as far as electability, the numbers aren't that different between the two. All right. Yes, by a couple points or so, Tellerico would do better. But Crockett doesn't do too bad herself. So we can't sit here and act like right away come out of the gate and say Jasmine Crockett can't win because she said a lot of divisive things and she happens to be a black woman and we don't think that can win Texas. It's not true. All you have to do is look at the election history of Texas. Minority candidates have done better in Senate Texas races than white candidates because more of the base turned out. So, again, undermining either candidate that's not a credible criticism is sabotaging ourselves. And that's all I'm trying to say here. So, again, you have a right to support who you want and do that. It's your right to do that. I'm not going to sit here and tell you you're bad because you support this candidate or this candidate. Not at all. I mean, people have different reasons on why they vote for different people, and people have different concerns. But as far as messaging and electability, I do think Tellerico would be a slightly stronger candidate. Not by a lot, though. You know, but I also think Crockett would be a good candidate. So I'm not sitting here saying either way, 100%. Again, we have to remember, it's Texas. But we have to learn, we have to not feed into the fight and division that's going to tear down your one chance to win a damn seat in Texas, because this is the year to frickin' do it. Okay? So don't side on the air of tearing down the only black woman running. All right? But also, don't undermine the one guy that may possibly win the primary and possibly have a chance at winning the race. Because either way, any of them would be better than the Republican candidates running, especially that crazy, awful guy, Ken Paxton. I'm just saying. Either one would be better. So, again, I'm not picking a fight in this one. Because I'm not doing what the white progressives do. I'm not doing what the establishment does. And I just want to break the record, clear the record with everybody, though, that no, Crockett's not an establishment plant, because a lot of establishment's not backing her. So, just saying. Just saying. I want to clear the air with that one. I know a lot of people are thinking that, but that's not true. So, anyways, I'm going to see y'all later. Have a great day. Have a great night. And love y'all. But again, I take the mantle of the Rainbow Coalition Progressive. All right. But I stand for true progressive values. We still got a lot of work to do with the Democrats. And a lot of these Democrats, even some of them running, are not the most progressive. But they are definitely superior to what we had in the past. All right. That's all I'm going to say. Bye.